Virgo, December 2016. For anyone who has their ascendant, sun or moon in Virgo, with me, Lada from astrolada.com. And let's see how the last month of the year 2016 is going to work out for you, Virgos. Okay, we have the start of the month is the first 3 or 4 days. We have a very positive alignment between Jupiter and Mars. So I would say like the whole first week of the month, Jupiter and Mars align perfectly in your 6th house, and Jupiter is in your 2nd house, which are both houses of practical material matters. So you're very much advised to take initiative and to act, because both Mars and Jupiter bring opportunities, but you have to be active on them. And initiative in regards to money, in regards to work, in regards to arranging something practical, whether it's fixing something or as long as it's something material and tangible. This is what activities will be very much supported the first month, the first 3-4 days of the week, sorry, of the month. And so like arrange matters of money, take initiative in regards to money. If you want to buy something, which with Jupiter in your 2nd house and Mars making a trine from the 6th house, you'll have a very good discriminatory ability to take the right actions, to buy the right thing, for example, to invest in the right thing as well, to get also the spunk and the courage, but also to have the insight not to make mistakes when you're investing in something. Or you can make some positive movements and changes in regards to your work, in regards to duties and responsibilities. You can get a lot done in regards to, you know, work, finances, fixing things, arranging things like material, you know, running errands of any sort. So for work and material matters, you have the green light at the beginning of the month, and use it wisely in those material houses. Or to gain something financially, for example, to gain something through your work, because Jupiter is in the 2nd house, Mars is in the 6th house of your work, and it's kind of through your work and through your efforts you can gain financial something financially. Okay, now then the month proceeds with Venus going into your 6th house from the 8th of December, Virgos, and it's going to be there till the end of December. And Venus in the 6th house, not especially strong position, but it can, wherever Venus goes, it kind of improves the energy of that house, that area of your life. And the 6th house is about, it's a very Virgo house. It's about duties, responsibilities, it's about putting order. So you might be very much enjoying that till the end of the month, starting from the 8th, to kind of arrange things, to label them, to classify them, to make the necessary discrimination arrangements, to work. Usually work becomes more pleasant when Venus is in the 6th house. When is work really pleasant, or doing chores or running errands very pleasant? Not really, but you kind of do it with more ease, and the circumstances around it kind of support you, so you don't get too many snags and too many complications. And if you have employees or staff that works for you, it can improve the relationships with them when Venus goes in the 6th house, for example. That's another possible manifestation. So if you want to approach people that work for you, that you're a boss for, or kind of people from your work environment, then Venus in the 6th house can help more with collaboration and receiving positive approval from those people that are signified by the 6th house, other, you know, employees, people that work for you, people from your work environment. Then on around the 10th of December, we have Saturn and the Sun conjunct in your 4th house, Virgos, which means that some important responsibilities can come to you maybe 2-3 days before, maybe 2-3 days around the 10th of December, but some important events or duties can come to you in regards to your private life, in regards to your family, in regards to your property. You might have to fix something, you might have to take some more serious decisions or take some more extra duty and responsibility in regards to family, you know, and all those matters signified by the 4th house, which is on the most mundane level is family and place of living and property. Or maybe some important, if you're in a career that's to do with property, that's to do with you know, matters of of hospitality. This can be an important career period for you, that you take asked to take more responsibilities and duties, so make some more difficult decisions. Then towards the 19th of December until the end of the first week of January 2017, Mercury goes retrograde, and that's your planet. When Mercury goes retrograde, and you start feeling it probably from the 15th of December onwards, you know, when Mercury becomes stationary, and becomes stationary conjunct Pluto. So that can be especially for Virgos and Gemini who are ruled by Mercury. This kind of middle of the month till around the 24th, 25th can be more intense period, because Mercury goes retrograde at around 15, 16 degrees in Capricorn and conjunct the planet Pluto. So it's almost like Pluto infuses its energy into the life of Mercury ruled people. So makes you almost, you might be called to solve situations that require a lot of insightfulness, because Pluto is the planet that sees through others' bullshit. Pluto is the planet that sees through manipulations, machinations, through negative motivations of others, and calls other bullshit out. Your life might become, some circumstances can appear that calls you in December to manifest those qualities and to and to maybe find out some secret, or maybe use your mind in a very discriminating and insightful way, almost becoming Scorpio-like. At the same time, Pluto can empower you, but how does Pluto empower one? December, it can be a month where your power, when Mercury is conjunct Pluto, where your power is a bit taken out of you first. So you can realize what is taking your power, and you can take it back again. And you can, especially when Mercury starts moving retrograde, you can, especially power in regards to love relationship, because it's happening in your 5th house, romantic relationships, power in regards to your self-confidence, which is the 5th house again. So something intense, something very penetrating, something very, and all in regards to your children, romance, children, creative projects, or your self-confidence. This is what the 5th house rules. So Pluto wants to, or some kind of investments if you make, which is also 5th house, in kind of speculative investments. So Pluto requires you to be very X-ray-like, and you will become like that, to call the bullshit of people like that who are trying to manipulate you from the 5th house sphere that I talked about, whether they try to take your power of confidence, or try to, manipulate your something to do with love and romance, or your children. So you have to re-examine those relationships when Mercury starts going retrograde. Or some creative projects might need to be corrected, might need to be redone and worked on. If you have your own business, this is the 5th house. Mercury going retrograde in your 5th house, especially conjunct Pluto, something can break down initially, some crisis can happen, whether it's with children, whether it's with lovers, whether it's with, all those 5th house matters, or some business project. But if it's your own business, then it's 5th house is your own business, because you're using your own creative intelligence to lead that business. Or whether it's something to do with your own confidence that might create some crisis situation through Pluto, and Mercury starts moving retrograde, so you re-examine those topics, and you have to make plan B, C, renegotiate with those people, speak up things that maybe upset you, or maybe create a different business plan or strategy plan for action, or strategy plan of how you're gonna relate with your children or your lovers. And you re-examine all those behaviors, all those patterns of the 5th house, and put 3 times more efforts. A retrograde planet, especially from the middle of December till the 1st week of January, you have to put 3 times more efforts with all such. They might demand more your attention, they might demand some changes in your approach, some important conversations that happen, and change of plans. But if you put the necessary effort, by the end of this process, you would come out, Virgo, with much more better working relationships in love, better working or kind of clarified conditions there, better working business plan if it's your own business, or creative projects of some sort, or maybe some creative hobby that you have from the past can come back to you, and you can get very passionate and intense and obsessed about it, which is what Pluto is. But just remember that it's about re-examining, re-evaluating, bringing to the surface the dirty laundry, as they say, and sorting throughout, and kind of organizing it better, putting more order into it, which is what Virgos do perfectly, and using more of your insight to not to be naive, but to see the undercurrents there, and making them all those things better after that. Retrograde planets are not there to fuck up with our life and just kind of the gods having a joke on us. They're there so we can perfect things, go over them, revise them, improve them, see where our mistakes are. And for example, I can give you an example when Mercury was retrograde in my 5th house, which, me having my own business, this is the 5th house because it's my creative output, and this is when a lot of problems started happening with my website. And people were saying, we can't find your orders, it's not very clear. And it's always been the same website, but this is when Mercury became retrograde, they brought it to my attention, and I had like 5 emails in the same day, and I said, that's it, I'm making a new website. I was quite frustrated. While Mercury was retrograde, I started researching new methods, new creative visions for the website, and within 8 months after that, I had a new website which doubled or tripled my income, just because when Mercury went retrograde in my 5th house, I became aware of mercurial issues, which is like people finding things, coordination, order, and the 5th house is your own business, some creative project. So it's kind of, and I got frustrated with that obviously, but that's how it can work, in the long run. You're so grateful that this happened, even if you're frustrated at the moment. Okay, and also, it's not necessary to be only 5th house matters, because Mercury rules your whole life, so maybe change of plans, overall, something that breaks down, which is more plutonic, kind of more crisis-ridden energy towards the middle of the month, that requires change of plans. And you do it and you end up with better results. And yeah, that's what's happening, Virgos. Oh yeah, you have Mars entering your 7th house from the 20th of December till the 1st of January, which means that the last 10 days of December and the whole of January, maybe not immediately, some of you will feel it for a week in December, the early born Virgos, the last of December. The later born Virgos will feel it during January, but Mars in the 7th house energizes relationships, but it can energize it in a way that is a bit too stressful sometimes, like people calling out on your bullshit, or people having more arguments with others, or people pressing your buttons by being very direct, or being bossy, or demanding from you things, or by, it might be clients, it might be people you work with, it might be your partner that you're married with. In the positive sense, you can go and be active with such people and get things done starting from the 10th of December. If you have some mutual plan and goal to work towards, that you have to involve a lot of your energy together, which is Mars. Yes, that can be very productive and push you forward in some contract, in some business deals, in some agreements, in some work together with others, in some mutual project you have with your partner or husband. It can increase the sex drive, Mars in the 7th house, oh for sure. You can also attract people that are more like sexually lustful towards you, because you start exuding that more raw energy after the 20th of December and most of January. But on the negative side, it can create conflicts and clashing heads with others, whether it's clients, whether it's people, partners in your life. You know, that's what the best solution for Mars is when you have Mars in the 7th house, is not to challenge yourself others. Not to, if you challenge them or if others challenge you, wait 2-3 days before responding, because Mars can make us act very rashly and then we regret it, kind of seeing red and going and, you know, killing the messenger or just getting frustrated and writing angry emails. Instead, wait it out a few hours or 2-3 days, then respond, and you can, you know that you'll be more with your head then. You're not reacting out of impulse. And the last thing that is happening, Virgos, is that there is a trine between Saturn and Uranus. Almost the whole of the month you might feel it, especially towards the end. And for Virgos, this is happening in your 4th and in your 8th house. So there can be improvement emotionally, because both 4th and the 8th house are houses of feelings, of emotions. There can be some breakthrough in your emotions, and especially in regards to traumas from the past, which is the 8th house, and Uranus is there. Some breakthrough that happens, but Mars making a trine from there, from the 4th house, means that it can help you stabilize your feelings, and it can help you stabilize your inner emotional balance, this breakthrough in regards to some trauma from the past. It can be a fantastic time in December, and actually starting from December, and this transit will repeat 2 more times in 2017 till the autumn of 2017 for the northern hemisphere. So starting from now, it will be 1 year that this transits repeat again. So 2017, and from the end of 2016 came a fantastic time to work with a psychologist, with a counselor, to resolve in a harmonious way inner conflicts, emotional conflicts that come to you from your childhood, that come through you from traumas from the past, from pain from the past in any way, that come to you with something that has more power, addictions. Most addictions, whether they're to substances or whether they're to anything else, stem from feelings and emotions, and those two beautiful harmonious planets in the harmonious aspects with each other make sure that you have a psychological breakthrough, Uranus in the 8th house, that allows for emotional balance, Saturn in the 4th house, that allows also for stabilizing your personal life and lasting positive results. Or another way it can manifest in the material way, you can have a breakthrough in regards to securing some loan, Jupiter in the 8th house, or other people's money, which helps you procure property, Saturn in the 8th house. Or you might, for example, put your money together with another person, Jupiter in the 8th house, or someone else helping you, or partner, which allows you to create more stability and stable foundation materially in your life, Saturn in the 4th house. Another way is like you can something can help you with a relocation, or something to do with property, something to do with land, or something to do with inheritance. Your family, Saturn in the 4th, 8th house is inheritance from others, can harmonize and come out beautifully together. So that's what I have. And I have Uranus opposition Jupiter for you this month, all of you. And Uranus is in the 8th, Jupiter is in the 2nd house. Both are financial houses. So sudden developments in regards to, and they can be opportunities in regards to finances. But because Saturn is making a good aspect both to Jupiter and to Uranus, I would say, like, listen to if sudden opportunities for finances and change of your financial situation comes starting from December and the whole of 2017, because this aspect will be active. Listen to the advice of your family, and that can be very stabilizing and allow you to buy a property, for example, allow you to settle down and start your own family. But something in regards to finances is getting stabilized by the family, or culminates in a secure long-term development in regards to your property or family or settled life. But also when Uranus and Jupiter make an opposition in the 2nd, 8th house, you know, those opportunities that come suddenly, or even disruptions, because Uranus-Jupiter opposition can be disruptive in regards to your financial situation starting from 2016 and mostly active in 2017 throughout most of it. Even if there are some sudden disruptions, they're there to break you out of a certain mold, certain pattern, and to introduce new opportunities, which, again, as I said, they're focused through the helpful aspect of Saturn to both Uranus and Jupiter in your financial houses. So you'll be able to stabilize it. You'll be able to kind of turn it into tangible and long-term results. Even if it's initially destabilizing, in the long term, it will turn into a positive one. So thank you so much, Virgo. Hope that was helpful for you. Subscribe to my channel, and by the way, check out all my courses on astrology. We're making webinars. They start from $150, which is 50 hours of astrology videos. that you can't find anywhere else in love. And then I have other webinars just for $20 that carry on for 6 hours of non-stop astrological gems. And I work with ancient astrologers in those courses. Sorry, they're not ancient, they work with ancient astrology, Babylonian, Sumerian, Vedic astrologers. I work with Western astrologers, with psychologists, PhD. So it's a compilation of world knowledge and astrology. Thank you.